I want to start saying Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai. I'll say all praise and glory due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. All right, double honors to the Apostle Elsgray Millstone. All right, peace and mercy be unto the Lord's elect out there teaching the word in truth and sincerity. All right, real quick, man. I just want to do a quick hit. All right. Excuse me. I know this is pretty much about Esau reigning, all right. And if Esau was if he was so-called righteous, man, then if the Edomites were righteous, then why is everybody catching hell, so to speak? Why is everybody in a predicament where where they're mourning, all right, where they're where they're not doing as well, all right, as they should, all right? Because like I said, most of the people out here, man, they're what's the word I'm looking for? They're struggling, all right. And the reason why is because Edomites are in power. All right, and I'm going to get this real quick, man. First Maccabees chapter 1, verse 1. It said, and it happened after that Alexander, son of Philip, all right, the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Chittim, had smitten Darius, king of the Persians and Medes, that he reigned instead the first over Greece. All right, so these are Edomites, all right. All right, Philip of Macedon, which is the father of Alexander the Great, he was Edomite as well as his son. All right, Darius was a Persian, all right. It says, and made many wars and won many strongholds and slew the kings of the earth, man. You see that? This is all what these Edomites are about, man. This is their MO. Their MO is to go around killing people, man. It's saying made many wars and won many strongholds and slew the kings of the earth. They're all about killing, man. Death incarnation, man. They're not about actually helping people, making society flourish off genuine well-being, and building genuine relationships with people and actually caring for one another. They're actually about destroying any and everything that people love near and dear to them. All right, and pretty much enslaving the whole race. All right, and that happened time after time after time. Like I said, there's an account right here, man. He made many wars. And he said and made many wars. All right, and won many strongholds, man, and slew the kings of the earth. So when you win in strongholds, what does that entail? That entails you conquering another people, all right, and taking their resources and ultimately enslaving them and making their home, their once home, making that your territory, all right, making that your what's the word I'm looking for? Making that your province, all right. It says verse 3, and he went through to the ends of the earth and took spoils of many nations, the MO of an Edomite, man. All right, and they still doing that to this day. It's in their blood, man. All right, it says, and so much that the earth was quiet before him, whereupon he was exalted and his heart was lifted up. And he gathered a mighty strong host, which is an army, and ruled over countries and nations and kings, who became tributaries unto them, man. And a part of becoming tributaries into to another nation or another people, if you will, is that you pretty much get you're subject unto them in every way and fashion, man. All right, you have no say so. And like I said, these Edomites, that's what they love to do. And verse 5 said, after these things he fell sick and perceived that he should die. Wherefore he called his servants such as were honorable and had been brought up with him from his youth, and parted his kingdom among them while he was yet alive. So Alexander reigned 12 years, and then he died. And his servants bare rule every one in his place, and after his death they all put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth. And that's the point that I wanted to bring out. All right, it said, and evils were multiplied. All right, so if these were righteous men, holy men. All right, we read about men like King Solomon and stuff like that, and King David. Yeah, of course, King David, he waged many wars and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, he was considered a just king, a righteous king. Unlike you Edomites, man. These guys that got in power, which these were the four generals of Alexander. Excuse me. These were the four generals of Alexander after his death. All right, was Ptolemy. All right, and just to name a few, Ptolemy is I want to say was it Ptolemy Licinius. I forget the how to pronounce it, but and then you had the other two. All right, you know what I mean, I want to say Crassus, Crassus, but it's like, you don't quote me on that. But like I said, I know one of them, man, he was I want to say Ptolemy, and I want to say Antioch, and then they had a few other ones. But like I said, I got to check the history on that one though. But I said there was those four generals or whatever. But matter of fact, I was gonna grab them. But anyway, Slakia. It says but what you can do the research on that though. Anyway, but it's saying evils will multiply. All right, that's the point I wanted to harp on. If these people were righteous, and these were Edomites, by the way, if they were righteous, why were they not? But why wouldn't peace multiply? It said evils will multiply, right? Now let me get this real quick, and I'm about to I'm about to end it off real soon. Let me see. Proverbs 29 verse 2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. So if the righteous were truly in authority, all right, just like if they were in authority at that time during after the death of Alexander, why wasn't people rejoicing? It was quite the contrary, man. All right, it said, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn, and that's exactly what happened in that account. And then, like I said, even to this day, all right, at this very time right now, 2019. July 28th of 2019, people are mourning, man. You look at the people and the conditions they living in, and just like I said, their faces and their countenance, they're not doing so well. Why? Because of the wicked, man. Blame the fucking Edomites, man. This guy is causing everybody to be fucked up, man. Proverbs 29 verse 7 say, the righteous consider the cause of the poor, but the wicked regard it not to know. Yeah, man. If you were right, if these Edomites were righteous, they would consider the cause of the poor, man. They would consider, people living conditions. They would consider inflation. They would consider, your loved ones and stuff like that. You know what I mean? They would consider all that. They would consider your well-being, your health. All right, when you instead of working 8 to 10 hours, they would probably made it like 5 hours a day, and you still get paid a significant amount. But yet they're not gonna do that. Why? Because this man a fucking devil, and that's why we call him the devil, man. It ain't just a punchline. Let me see. Finishing it out, man. This is Proverbs chapter 29, verse 16, man. It said, when the wicked are multiplied, transgressions increaseth, man. You see that? That's the key, man. And now, does that not ring a bell? What I just read in First Maccabees, the first chapter. All right, verse 8. You know what I mean? I gotta bring it back real quick. First Maccabees chapter verse 9. It was verse 9. Excuse me. It says First Maccabees 1 verse 9. And after his death, Alexander's death, that is, they all put crowns upon their heads, the four generals. It says, so did their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth. Now, this going back to the scripture I just read, man. All right. Salakia. Proverbs 29 verse 16, it says, when the wicked are multiplied, transgressions increase, but the righteous shall see their fall. So if they were righteous, if those Edomites right there were righteous, all right, why didn't peace increase? Instead, wickedness was multiplied. Just like now, wickedness is being multiplied day in, day out, sin left or right. Nobody gives a damn about nobody. There's fake love. So that's how we know who's in power right now, the Edomites, all right, because people are mourning. That's scripture I just read and going up a few verses in the second verse. All right, baby, man, with that, I'm going to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Baruch Kadash. All right, double honors to the Apostle Ezra Millstone. All right, peace and mercy be unto the Lord select out there. All right, Shalom, Wa Abba, Babal, man.